Hey guys, I'm Katie Bingol. This is my podcast called Up in the Air, showcasing all the odd experiences I've encountered in my short time here on Earth. And unlike me, these episodes are going to be short and sweet. I'm aiming for about 30 to 35 minutes max, posting once a week. If you're wondering why I believe I should have my own podcast, let me tell you. I meet a lot of weird people in my life that leave me with really funny stories. I'm the type of person who has a calming energy around me. This is something I've been told many times, and it's the reason why so many people feel that they're able to be vulnerable when talking to me. Friends, acquaintances, complete strangers, young people, old people, all have opened up to me in random settings. I first started noticing this in high school, and it has only gotten more dramatic and more interesting, both the types of people who come up to me and whatever they have to say. In short, I have an approachable vibe to me, and I lean into it. I embrace it. I fully accept it. I even welcome it. It's what keeps my life interesting. I always welcome the random conversations because at times it feels like that person just needed to talk. They needed to vent or open up about something that's been bothering them, and I quite frequently am at the right place at the right time. You never know who you're talking to, what they have to say, or why they felt so compelled to speak to you. Can it get scary at times? Totally. But what's life without a little thrill, you know? So, what can you expect from me in this podcast? A good time. For a couple of years now, I've filled up 3 journals and have over 50 recordings of me gallivanting through life, documenting my quirky experiences. Everything you hear will be a true life experience. I'll be talking about every subject out there. Family, jobs and internships, living in LA, drunk stories, scary Uber rides, ghost stories, social life, traveling, embarrassing memories, and of course, my favorite, dating. Basically everything under the sun and in my mind. I think it's only right that we get comfortable with each other since I will be speaking into the void for God knows how long. So right now, I live in Los Angeles. I'm currently 23, turning 24 in April, and I hate that about myself. It's so gross, weird to think about. Time doesn't exist. I'm an Aries, if y'all would like to know. And I don't know anything about the signs. I just kind of go with whatever people tell me about them, just, blindly accepting whatever info is given to me. And that's how I like to live my life. But something I do know is that if you tell people you're an Aries, they get really nervous. Their smile drops, both eyebrows are raised, and they subtly back away from you. Why? For what? I don't understand. Okay, so here's how it usually goes for me. Picture this. I'm painting the picture, setting the scene, if you will. We're at a party. I am, not you, I am. Maybe at a park or on a date or just meeting people, I don't know, meeting a new friend. We strike up a conversation, which eventually leads to the age-old question of, so what's your sign? And I have to go, I'm an Aries. And you know what? They go, oh, and they take a step back. For what? This is actually the first true story. That actually happened to me. And that woman put her hand on her chest, kind of in a, oh heavens, clutch my pearls type of way, what is that about? What, do I have some kind of special power? Can I spit fire? I mean, I can hurt your feelings, but that's pretty much it. But whatever. I've learned to embrace it now. Now I say it with confidence, and I'm not afraid to tell people now. So if anyone comes up to me, they ask my sign. Now I'm like, oh, me? My sign? You want to know my sign? Well, I'm an Aries, bitch. Keep your distance. Yeah. I was born in April. Fuck with me. Springtime, ho. Comedic storytelling has always been a specialty of mine. I love making people laugh. I feel confident speaking in front of crowds, despite my blushing constantly. It makes me look like I'm nervous. My face gets all red. I'm a white girl, so my face gets obviously red, right? And then they get nervous for me. It's a whole thing, but I'm not nervous. I don't mind making a fool of myself. I've actually trained myself to let go of the feeling of embarrassment. And I'm telling you, once you've done that, there's no stopping you. I mean, what are you getting embarrassed about? that like you've embarrassed yourself in front of a stranger who doesn't know your last name, okay, move on. You're probably not going to see them again. You're likely not going to see the people you're embarrassing yourself in front of again. And if you do, like if you happen to coincidentally become close in a relationship or whatever, now it's just a funny story and you can keep going with your life. It doesn't matter. Being embarrassed doesn't matter. Nothing matters, you know? You're going to die anyway. I don't mean it to like get to that level, of course, but there's some truth in that statement, and I stand by it. Like, you're gonna die one day. Who cares? Just, I'm serious. Like, once you've stopped being embarrassed, like, you can literally do anything. And it takes a lot to embarrass me nowadays, but it still happens on occasion. And I think that's why I feel so confident going into this field of entertainment. I've always pictured myself working in entertainment. I wanted to be a singer, then an actress, and that didn't last long. And a few years later, I discovered the magic of stand-up comedy. Watching Comedy Central roasts and stand-up specials and then the Netflix specials opened up my eyes to see this new world of humor and wit. To have hundreds of people give their full attention to you. They want to hear your story. They came to see you for a fun night. To have that career where I get to make people laugh while putting on an entertaining show, it would be a dream come true. Like I said, I love being in front of a crowd. My goal is to become a famous stand-up comedian. I would say I have a pretty active imagination. I like to use my imagination to predict future outcomes of mine. So, like, daydreaming, basically all I do is daydream or night dream. Night dreaming. For me, if I can't see myself doing something in the future, I just won't pursue it. Like, I know I'll never be a professional athlete or in athletics of any kind. I know I won't be an EMT. I can't handle life or death situations. And I know I won't be a school English teacher. I don't like to read. And I even know that I won't become a singer one day. However, I can 100% see myself professionally performing stand-up. My career goal is to become an anchor on Weekend Update for Saturday Night Live, but my wildest dream of all dreams is to be a famous stand-up comedian. I think going on tour and filling seats and seeing like everybody smile at you and just like have fun with you would be the best job in the world. But in the meantime, I'm an executive producer's assistant. I have been for a year now, and I absolutely love it. But I'm ready for hire, by the way. My contract is up soon, and I'm really sad to see it go. I absolutely love my job. I'm able to really see what it's like to work on a big budget production. And I got really lucky with my boss. He is very kind. And I feel like that's not the case with a lot of assistant jobs in Hollywood, having a generous employer. So it's sad to see that contract go. If anyone is in need of a fabulous full-time assistant, let me know. I'm really nice and I get my shit done correctly, so I'm ready. But anyway, switching off of my fantastic networking skills for a second. First and foremost, not really first, second and foremost, I feel like I don't need to say this because I have a podcast, so clearly I'm a narcissist, but I love my voice. It's one of my favorite qualities. Kourtney Kardashian once said that she is turned on just by looking at herself, and I feel that shit. I love the sound of my voice. I can never be one of those people who can't stand listening to themselves through video or audio. The thing that I like most about my voice is how deep and raspy it can get. And you know when you get a cold, it reaches your throat and it gets kind of scratchy? The way I never clear my throat just so I can keep that, that's when my voice is at peak performance, in my opinion. I will actively try not to clear it in order to keep the extra raspiness. My sisters have called me out on that too. They always just say, Katie, cough, just clear it already. We can hear the phlegm bouncing up and down, just cough. And I'm like, no, this is me now. This is my new life. New year, new me. New year, new throat. Who dis? But I can also transform my voice to mimic others when I eventually cough and get the phlegm out. This is a skill I learned on car rides. I've been on a million fucking long ass road trips. When you're driving 10 hours or more on the road by yourself every day, how do you entertain yourself? Listen to a podcast like this one, maybe call your mom and chat, but most likely you're listening to music, right? I'll do just about anything to keep myself awake. And one way is I try to match my voice to the artist I'm listening to, or I like to sing their songs in different accents, and I have really convinced myself I could be a pop star. I have the stage presence, the attitude, plus the range. Oh, baby, my range is bi-coastal. I have it. I'm not much of a dancer, though, and that's my downfall. But if Dua Lipa can get up on stage and shake her one square hip in her Adidas track pants and sports bra, I think I can do it too. I wear that outfit every day, and I know how to move both of my hips, so I'm coming for your career, Dua Peep. Maybe take a dance class, I don't know. But that's pretty much all I have for you guys today. We're getting familiar with each other. Thank you for tuning in. I can't wait to tell you all the cool stories I have for the upcoming weeks. I'm just so excited thinking about it. I'll release one episode every week, and I'm so excited for you all to listen. I hope you will stick around for the ride. My name is Katie Bingol. This is Up in the Air, and I will see you later.